there's a phenomenon happening where a lot of people of color, not just in America, in the Caribbean, in South America, wherever the slave trade went to, they're waking up to their identity. This is a real thing. It's a phenomenon. We have to address it. But when they're coming to other Jews and saying, my brother, I finally found out who I am. Come, let's unite together. Then most Jews who've never heard this idea, and because a lot of them were raised in Europe, so have a lot of European mentality, then start saying, there's no way you're Jewish. You're black or you're African. We've never heard of such a thing. So go away. Now, to a person that's really hurt and has been hurt for hundreds of years and has generational trauma in their DNA passed down to them, they're like, if they were really Hebrews, they would accept me. If you look at a lot of the names during the slave trade, a lot of them had Jewish names when they were brought to this country, and then their names were erased and changed into something else.
Of course. And that's the thing too, is a lot of people don't want to sit down and see, like you are ready for the smoke. You're like, because you're so well informed, you go to all that talking, you go to places, you hear stories,
In 66 and 70 AD, there was the Jewish-Roman War. And we're about to get into Deuteronomy 28 and what happened from the curses upon the Lord upon those Hebrew people. So in 66 and 70 AD, after the Hebrews sold out the Lord and had the Lord crucified, they were in conflict with the Romans. They were in conflict, and the Romans were massacring Jews. And those Jewish people, those Hebrews, they fled. This is the last time that the Hebrews were in the Holy Land. The Hebrews were in Jerusalem. This is before the people of the Caucasus Mountains of Caesarea came forth. Now we're going to get into that and how those people became Jews. We're about to get into that. But when the Romans were massacring the Hebrews fled from Jerusalem, and they went back down to where they came from. They went back down to the peoples who looked like them. They went down all the way to East Africa, but they actually settled all the way out in West Africa. And if you look at the maps of 1771 during the times of slavery, you will see that there's a land called Negro Land. And in Negro Land, this is where the Hebrews settled. They settled in Negro Land. Negro, the land of the blacks, the land of the black peoples. They settled in Negro Land. That was an empowering word. They settled in Negro Land, and they literally had their own cultures. They had their own civilizations. Look up the archaeology.